Okay, hello and welcome. Today you join me for my home Grand Prix at Silverstone. Now, last time we came here, I ran out of fuel. Yeah, I forget that in these longer races, because I'm used to doing like 25%ers, that I can't underfuel the car that much because I run out. I don't think there's any safety cars or anything which I normally bank on to, gain a bit of fuel and stuff, or save a bit even. So, in the previous episode, we won. Between those episodes, a lot of teams have done a lot of upgrades. We haven't, so we're on the back foot here. So I'm not expecting good things from this. I'm not even expecting like a top 10 qualifying. Talking of qualifying, we're going to get straight into that. I've never actually been too great qualifying around here. I can race it perfectly fine. Well, not perfectly fine. There's a couple of corners that I struggle at. But qualifying-wise, I'm not amazing. I'm not anywhere near that. But as we round off the second flying lap, it doesn't seem like we'll be able to improve. We run over the curbs, we definitely can't improve. And we almost slam it into the wall. But without further ado, we're going to get straight into the race.
Welcome along then to Great
I'll see you
Britain
then.
and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone Circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Lando Norris, and Ocon, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi, Gasly, and Sergio Perez, Verstappen, Russell, Lance Stroll and Mick Schumacher, Reed, Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen, Latifi, Mazepin, Tigtum, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Jack Aitken. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Okay, we're going for a one-stopper, soft to medium. We're possibly going to change that depending on a safety car. But, to 5 red lights. We are underway for the British Grand Prix. We get a pretty good start. Schumacher gets an insane start. He pulls away from us. Everyone ahead battling out for positions. We go for the outside of our teammate there. He comes back in, he pulls off. We go for an outside move round Russell to get behind Lance Stroll in that Aston Martin. We go around the outside of Lance here into turn 4, I believe. We can't make it stick into turn 5. We manage to get in, we go wide a little bit, but we gain no advantage there. Lance Stroll and Russell now battling it out behind us as we manage to pull away just enough to not be under threat for now. Okay then, lap 2 onwards up until lap 5, which is a procession. So we're on to lap 5 now. Yuki Tsunoda makes a move into turn 2 or 3, one of the ones. Maybe 4. We make a move back into turn, again, one of the ones. I'm not sure. As Schumacher and Verstappen battle quite far ahead of us, 5 seconds ahead of us. We nab the DRS of Tsunoda, so we're able to pull ourselves away without getting the move done. Lap 5 again then. Right at the end, yellow flag behind us. Yuki Tsunoda has lost his front wing. I'm not sure what's happening there. Safety car's out. Looking at a replay here, Tsunoda just slams into the back of my car, into my rear left, and loses his front wing, gets a puncture or something. So I don't know how that's caused a safety car. Yuki's out of the session. That must have, like, given him a puncture or something. On lap 6 then, Jeff is suggesting a new strategy. Lap 6 onto hards. We'll pit at the end of this lap and go on to a hard set of tyres for the end of the race. We're pitting in now. No one else is pitting. We will be the first person in the pits.
Return the position
and now we just have to hope. Jeff, I'm
no
going into the pits, mate. I'm coming out
period.
last. Shush, please. Please, for the love of God. The pits is the one place that I should be able to get away from you because no one's near me. Please. Shush. Anyways, ran over. We pull into the pit box. A pretty decent, a 2.1 stop. An insane reaction from me, actually. I never do that. I think that was luck that I let go of the clutch at that time. I think I let go a little bit too early than I thought I would need to. Which actually turned out to be perfect. I'll take it though. Lap 20, not P21, out of 21, out of the pits.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Alright, safety car in then. Got to warm up these hards to try and get around Ricciardo on the mediums ASAP. If we want a good finish here, we need to get past Ricciardo. Green flag, we get past him on the first green flag turn. That is a move I do love doing around this circuit when you're right that far back. But it can pose risks. Yellow flag then, behind us it seems. Ricciardo's got smoke bellowing out of his engine. He is out of here. Yeah, Ricciardo out of the race. No safety car for that, I'm assuming. Just pulled off and he'll get his car yanked out the way. Lap 8 then. Catching up to Mazepin. Leclerc is in the pits. He is the first of the others to pit. End of lap 9. We are behind Mazepin going into the straight out of Magnussen and Beckett's. ERS, we're not even going to deploy ERS. We don't need it. We're not going to waste it on the Haas. Not worth my effort. Use a little few bursts there just to give us those little extra spurts, but you make it round nice and easy. Lap 10 then. Latifi and Verstappen are battling ahead of us. That's quite cool. You don't see AI battle too often around this sort of circuit. Anyways, DRS on Latifi. We're going to make it round the outside, are we? No, we are not. Little bit of contact there. Little bit of contact. Nothing damage-wise. We managed to just rip it around the inside. That's a dodgy move, to say the least. But we are up into P17. End of lap 10 then. I'm assuming... Yeah, Gasly's in the pits. Ocon's in the pits. Yeah, a couple of people in the pits. We're up into P15. Lap 11 then, on to lap 12. Tictum's in the pits. Puts us up into P14. Raikkonen's in the pits. Stroll's in the pits. Giovinazzi's in the pits. Hamilton was not Verstappen. We are up into the points. Into P10. And this is... Bear in mind, we're doing a one-stopper here. So, this is kind of where we're going to be finishing. As long as we can obviously not lose our stuff. We go wide there. A lot more people in the pits, including our teammate then, up into P4. P4. On to lap 13, halfway through the race, and we are in P4. That is where you like to be. Sainz going in for a pit stop as well then. He was on the hards. Why is he pitting? I have no idea. Up into P3. I will take it. I mean, P3 is P3. I would happily take that. I don't know why he's pitted though. I'll have to have a look at that one. Probably front wing damage or something.
Our teammate by 13.1 seconds.
Ahead of Schumacher by quite a bit then. On to lap 15, we are still in P3. Hamilton and Bottas are closing in behind us, which is not very good. They're getting within the DRS range. That car on those mediums is going to be a killer for us. We just have to try and fend off for as long as possible. On to lap 17, down into Copse. Hamilton and Bottas fighting behind us for that P4 position. Bottas makes the move. We have to focus to not let them pass. We lose a bit of grip here. We lose traction. Hamilton goes for a dive down the inside of us, hits us off. We go flying it off the track. Collision with Hamilton there. Lewis Hamilton out of the race. Safety car deployed. What's happened there from a perspective of Valtteri Bottas then? Hamilton just absolutely slams it, and we just... Oh, bloody hell. We absolutely fly into Hamilton's... car.
Check your MFD
Safety cars out.
option.
We've managed to keep our car fairly intact. Going on for a pit, lap 17, onto softs for front wing damage. This safety car, though, might not make the impact of that too big. And going on to softs for 9 laps is quite good, actually. Barely making it down into the speed limit. Bloody hell. We always cut it fine here at this, what do you call it? Pit lane. Always cutting it fine. Anyways, a 8.5 second stop. Pretty bad reactions there, but it's all good. We're going to be coming out just ahead of that Alpine, I believe. The Hasses should be able to pass us.
See these tires through to the
Yeah,
end now.
Ocon behind will be out behind Mazepin in the Haas. Just...
Okay,
It's
let's get
kind of
ready
my
to go
fault,
racing again. The
but
safety
it doesn't
car is
mean
in
it's
this lap.
not annoying.
When the field accelerates, remember,
I lost
there
traction
is
and
no
just
overtaking
Hamilton
until the green flags.
rams into my left side. Anyways then, lap 19, the safety car is in. We are in P18 after being in P3 for so long. Green flag racing. We can't make a move on the Mazepin. He's not worth our effort. We can't risk this race. We have a championship lead to uphold, and we're going to uphold it the best we possibly can. Lap 20, down the straight, ERS deployed, the softs showing what they are really made of. Getting past Mazepin without issues. Latifi in the Haas ahead of us now in P16. We're in P17. We need that position as soon as possible. There is 6 laps left in this race, and we need to make up as many positions as possible. Into Copt, we make the move. Go a little bit off track there onto the curbs, but we are fine. We make it past into P16 as Ticktum and Sainz fight ahead of us, slowing each other down, letting me catch up nicely. So we should be able to get them sooner rather than later. At the end of lap 20 then, off the hangar straight, we get round Latifi into the chicane. Sainz is ahead of us now, lap 21 into Cops. We make the move, Sainz backs out, Sainz comes back in, tries to get that position back, won't make it. Aitken ahead of us now. This soft compound is insane this late into the race. With this little fuel and these tyres, we're practically unstoppable. The only thing that is stopping us is being delayed behind people. But if we can just get past them quickly, we can get up far. Like, I'm looking like medium points here. Lap 21 onto 22. Into Abbey. We make it around the inside. Barely keeping it on track, but that is within track limits. Lap 22, we're now P12 out of P19 with 3 DNFs. We make a move on Vettel, we go around the outside, no ARS for this one. We make it around the outside into Cops. We go wide by quite a bit there, but we have to go wide or Vettel will come back on us, and it seems like he's going to try it. He backs out into Maggots and Beckett's, he won't be able to make it through. We're going to have DRS now on Stroll. Can we make it around Stroll as well? In one sector getting past, or yeah, one sector getting past both Aston Martins. Yes, we can. Can we keep that position? Yes, we can. Lap 23 then, DRS on George Russell. Probably my most hated driver in this career mode. For that exact reason, those little wobbles he does as you go for the overtake, making it really, really scary to go for the overtake. Lap 25 then, we make the move on Gasly into P8. Rounds the inside. Lap 26. We don't have enough time to make it up. Or maybe we do. We're up into P6. Sainz is to our left. He bumps our front left, but he's on the hards. Schumacher ahead. Our teammate ahead on the soft compound of tyre. Medium compound of tyre. This is getting intense here. DRS. The battle ahead between Perez, Verstappen, Norris and Schumacher for P2. We go for a move down the inside of Luffield. Can we make it? Yes, we can, both around Perez and Schumacher. What a move that was. Norris ahead now, P3. We're up into P4 on lap 26 out of 26 for this British Grand Prix as we head into Maggots and Beckett. Mick Schumacher is keeping pushing. He doesn't want to give up P4. If team orders are available, we possibly would have to use them to get him to back off a little bit, because I have a championship to uphold. Norris goes around the outside of Verstappen. We go around the inside. We can't make it stick, but we're closing in. He's on the hards. Norris has pulled away. Verstappen is still in sight. The podium is still in sight. We go for a move around the outside into the chicane. Can we keep that position? Yes, we can, as we go round into the final corner across the line in P3.
Yes, we're on the podium. Good job this weekend. Great drive. Thank you.
Cheers, Jeff. I just want to have a look at the Verstappen's onboard for that. First person camera. We just dive down round the outside and just pull away round that final corner. I almost feel bad for him. Ocon Saudi Arabia moment there.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix.
What a race.
And what a performance it was from our race winners today. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
That is unbelievable. We made it onto the podium after having to do a two-stop P21 for quite a lot of that race. Pretty bad qualifying. We make it onto the podium. Valtteri Bottas, your race winner today. He will close the gap on us. But that podium is crucial. Those 15 points, those extra 3 points we got round that last couple of corners could be championship deciding. Anyways, thank you for joining me for this one. I hope to see you next time for the Hungarian Grand Prix.